Mr. Jones, our distinguished guest, our bus operations training staff, family and friends, but most importantly to the graduates. Because if you weren't here, we wouldn't be here. So I want to make sure that we recognize the excellence that you have achieved. A commencement of excellence is highlighting all of the highlights of the achievements that you made as graduates and the value added by our training that you are adding to our organization. The training program, and the learning that has manifested and taken place. Today's program not only boosts the achievements of all the graduates, but all of the hard work and dedication. Guess I didn't turn that on. All the hard of the people who came through the hiring process, who brought you on board, all the people who have conducted the training within CHEF and out there at the divisions, and everything you've done to get here. And all of your family who supported you when you've gone through all this particular training. So, before we get started with the congratulatory remarks, let's see the FY23 year-end success video that should be queuing up right now.
When I look back at all that Metro has been able to accomplish in this past year, it is truly impressive. When the board selected Randy Clark as our general manager, we talked about his energy and his ability to move Metro forward. I think that the region has seen what we saw. That energy and relentless positivity about what Metro can be reflects the dedication of all the leaders and staff that have been moving this region forward after 3 unprecedented years. Today, we all have a lot to be proud of. I hope you enjoy this look back at fiscal year 2023 and that it gets you as excited as I am for the future of Metro.
I got big, big dreams.
In July 2022, Metro began work on several important initiatives, beginning with our strategic transformation plan. That plan identified the 4 pillars that guide all our decisions: service excellence, regional opportunity and partnership, talented teams, and sustainability. We work diligently to restore the rail and bus service that our customers deserve and that our region sorely needs. In the past year, we've increased train trips by 73% and returned our 7000 series fleet to service. We expanded access to transit system-wide, opening 7 new stations, Potomac Yard and the Silver Line extension to Ashburn by way of Washington Dulles International Airport. We also began to reimagine our Metrobus network through our Better Bus and Visionary Network campaign. Our bus ridership has rebounded to 80% of pre-pandemic levels and is the backbone of transportation in the DMV. We have increased the number of bus operators, and today, some of our expanded bus routes serve more customers than some of our rail lines. We are proud to say that we collaboratively closed the $184 million fiscal year 24 budget gap, allowing us to increase bus and rail service, simplify fares for customers, launch our first ever low-income fare program, cap Metro access fares at $4, further the Better Bus initiative, and enhance safety measures. Safety is a core value at Metro, so we've increased police patrols in stations and on trains and buses. We've enhanced our camera system and hired intervention specialists and Metro ambassadors to ensure customers get the resources and assistance they need. We implemented a number of customer experience improvements, including more transparent communication, better digital signs, and expanded hours for customer support. The changes that we've made matter. Metro ridership has almost doubled in the past year. In addition, customer satisfaction with Metro services increased 16 percentage points higher than it was a year ago, a historic high for the organization. Because the customer experience is so important, we are preparing to open Metro's first integrated control and communications center. This will finally put rail, bus, and police command operations together in one place to improve service, incident response, and real-time customer communication. More helping hands, more talented teams, more investments toward a sustainable future, more service, more access, and more empathy. All actions driving us to deliver a better customer experience for the region. It's been an exciting fiscal year, but certainly not without its challenges. Regardless of what lies ahead, we can say with confidence that your Metro is poised to deliver a better customer experience in the coming days, weeks, and year.
I got big, big dreams. I got big, big dreams.
Doors opening.
That was a very impressive video. As a matter of fact, there's a number of things in there that I was unaware that we have accomplished. And being a person here for 24 years, I'm very proud to still work at this particular organization. And I know our new graduates are thrilled to have an opportunity to share in what we do here so we can continue to evolve. And our LPIs are going to help us make those dreams more of a reality. So without further ado, what I'd like to do is bring Senior Vice President Leroy Jones to give some congratulatory remarks.
Good morning, folks. What an amazing video. Every time I watch that video, I just get inspired and I'm fired up, ready to go once I see that video, right? First, just want to say thank you to the family and friends, board member Dr. Tracy Lowe for taking the time out of your busy schedule to come join us today to congratulate and celebrate the LPIs and bus operators. Tim Brown from Local 922, thank you for your partnership, man. You've always been great to work with and just wanted to say that publicly. Also, 689 couldn't be here today due to their board meeting, and also just want to say congratulations on behalf of our Chief Operating Officer, Brian Dwyer, who just couldn't be here today. To the training and the human capital team, right? You all have done an amazing job over the past 18 months, right? So, bus right now, in my opinion, we're back. Oh, yeah. We're back, right? We're crushing it, over 400,000 riders, right? We could not have reached that milestone if it wasn't for the human capital team and the training team. So kudos to you all for the amazing job that you continue to do. For me, I think about this organization and what it's done for me, right? This is a career. You know, as Jeff said, me and Jeff came around the same time. I've been here for 24 years as well. And I just want to make sure that you all understand, specifically the bus operators, that this is a career and this is an opportunity for you to serve the communities that you live in, we live in. And I just tell you, I just have such a sense of pride, and I've had such a sense of pride over the past 24 years because I grew up in this community. So for me, I feel like I'm giving back, right? Not just coming to work, doing a job, obviously having a career, but I feel like I'm making an impact. But you will have a direct impact every single day. You're going to make sure that people get to school, to work, to the doctors, or just enjoy life. And I want to make sure that you just don't take that for granted, right? Because what you do, it matters every single day. And just as I talked about the impact that you're going to make in a positive way, I just want to be clear. If you don't come to work, you can have a negative impact, right, on folks, because they won't be able to get to the doctors. They won't be able to get to work. They won't be able to get to school. So the reason we've been able to boost ridership is because the public has come to depend on us. And we can't let them down because we have folks that are relying on us every single day. So I don't want to sit here and act like you're not going to have some tough days. And you're not going to feel like it. I know, I get it, I understand. But we need you to push through those days when you're physically and mentally able to do so, okay? Congrats to the line platform instructors. You have a really important job now because you're going to play two roles. One, you're a bus operator, 1 minute, right? Then you're also a line platform instructor in another. To me, I need you to remember that your role is not just to train, right? Because that's obvious. But you need to coach, you need to counsel, but most importantly, be there to support this group of operators and the operators at the division as well, because they're going to rely on you and they're going to need you. It's a team effort. Obviously, from a leadership standpoint, our role is definitely to support this entire team. And I see a lot of leaders here, and I really thank you all for coming out to support this group of team members that have decided to join this great organization and have decided to step up into another role in their career. So I just want to make sure that we as leaders continue to operate and communicate with the team from a position of respect, and as the video said, really managing from a position of empathy, right? Because one thing about it, everyone in this room, life happens every day. And we all have to figure out how to still push through and come to work. But as leaders, we have to understand that. Even in moments where folks do an amazing job or when they could have done things just a little better, right? So just kind of remember that. So in closing, before I bring up the next speaker, I just want to say congratulations. I really look forward to seeing what you're going to do with your career, and just know that you're going to have an amazing impact on this region. So thank you so much. So I have the pleasure of bringing up our CEO and General Manager, Randy Clark. And as the board chair said, we're just starting to see, we're able to see what they saw, the energy, right? He has a lot of it, trust me, okay? And I say that in the most respectful way possible, because that's what we need. We need high energy leadership to push us forward. I can tell you that he really cares not just about this region, but this organization, this team here at WMATA, and he really cares about transit. And I mean that, he cares about transit. So without further ado, I want to bring up our General Manager and CEO, Randy Clark.
Hey, good morning, everyone. How y'all doing? There we go. That's the energy right there, huh? I'm telling you, I'm fired up today. First of all, it's Friday, and it's been a week, so I'm fired up about that. But I love bus operator graduations. They're like one of my favorite things, and we always do them on Friday, which is like a great way to kind of go into the weekend. So thank you for picking Metro. We are so excited and really, really mean that sincerely. Excited that you picked to be part of Metro. So welcome, welcome, welcome to your graduation ceremony. It's a big deal. Also, congratulations to our LPIs. You've been here, but this is another big step in your career. And as Leroy mentioned, this is a career here. You can do anything you put your mind to at Metro. Unlimited possibilities. Leroy started 24 years ago doing track, and now he has, how many employees do you have total right now? 4,000 employees and like, I don't know, $1 billion budget, basically, right? Just that, right? And he is a perfect demonstration of if you are committed to this organization will be committed to you. Welcome, and thanks for being here to all the families. This is a big deal for you, right? Yeah, there we go. That's right. We do a little interactive with the graduations too. Last graduation ceremony, we had like 12 kids photobomb shots, photos, right? So feel free if some of the kids want to kind of jump up and do that, we'll have a little fun. I mean, this is a family here at Metro, and it really is. So good or bad, we're together. You're now part of our family, and that is really important, right? Your loved ones are going to have days. They're going to have awesome days, but they're going to have challenging days. And especially when you're new in a position, based on the seniority scenario, you're going to have more challenging shifts, more challenging locations. You all know that. You've been told that. But there will be better days ahead that way, right? Family is going to be needed there some days. And you're going to have your loved ones working holidays, snowstorms, and other things. So you're now part of this as well. We need to look after your loved one when they're at work. You look after them at home. We do that well together. They're able to then provide for their family. That's what this is all about. Thanks, Rudy. 982, 689. 689 does have a board meeting today, but 922 is here. Total partnership. I am not one of those, there's union and management clashes. We obviously have different roles to play, but we're always working together. We are one team moving this region forward. So thanks for being here, Rudy, as always, but just a good partnership that way. I want to thank our great human capital and training team. It's hard to follow Leroy, but I want to give it up for you guys, right? It is unbelievable what you've all done. This class gets us to 486 bus operators graduated this year, the highest amount in the history of this organization. And I think we'll probably hit 550 before the year is out, give or take. We've also, on our training side, whether it's LPIs, new instructors, this is never ending how much work has gone into this. So just, I can't say it enough. Kudos to you. To Leroy's point, we are back. We are carrying a lot of people. That's what we do. We are not a business. Don't let anyone out there talk about us, but we are not a business. We are a public service. And our job is to do that respectfully and safely every day. And we're doing that. We're carrying mostly about 400,000 people, give or take, on a day now on the bus side. And I am fired up because this Tuesday, we had the highest rail day we've had in 3.5 years. We carried 563,000 on rail, which means we carried 950,000 people on Tuesday. Think about that. We carried almost 1 million people in the DMV on Tuesday, right? It's a big deal. And there's room to carry more people on the bus side. People actually want more service from us. Buses are full. Buses are getting crowded. Traffic is bad. Guess what? We want traffic to be worse. That means people are on us, right? I kind of say that jokingly, but also truthfully. But it's a big deal what you do every day. I also want to reiterate, I am out on the system all the time. You may have heard that, maybe not, but I promise you, I don't know if I'll be on the exact trip, but if I'm out this weekend and I run into someone, great. Our job is to actually listen and learn from you all every day. My ask of you is to kind of Leroy's ask, which is, this place will look after you. We need people to show up. It is our #1 challenge right now is absenteeism. So if you have challenges, you need to talk to your division leadership, let them know what those challenges are, be proactive, and then we're going to help try to manage that the best we can. But we need people, when you're able to show up, have to show up. You also have to have responsibility for your safety. You've been trained by the best of the best to be safe out there. But you also have personal responsibility for your safety and your coworkers, and you're going to get a pledge from Ms. Porty White here pretty soon that no one does it better than her. But it reiterates the fact that you are responsible out there every day. So my ask of you is, if you're in a situation where you don't feel safe, get safe. Look after yourself. That's what we care about most. Okay? #1 thing is come to work every day, go home safe every day. Period. That's what we need to do for each other, okay? The other part here is you're part of a team. And whether it's LPIs or your division leadership or senior management, we have to all work together and support each other. And I think as the longer you're here, you realize this is an amazing, amazing place to be. And there's just incredible people that really care about our community and give every day. So, you're gonna have a few people at this organization that will get into some negative. My kind of request to you is push through that, right? There's some people in life that want to concentrate on the negative. Holidays are coming up. I think we should always try to concentrate on the positive because we're doing great stuff and this agency is doing great stuff for our community. So just concentrate on that. So the last thing I want to do is I now want to bring up, again, I'm on the system every day, but someone that literally lives on our system every day and her whole family uses the system every day is our board member, Dr. Tracy Lowe. And the board member, she is a board member, represents DC, but she is on the system every day. And I get a text if it's a great trip. I actually get way more texts on great trips. But if it's a bad trip, I will also get a text. And there are very few of those. But she is not only someone that's on this board because she believes in transit, she is an actual transit customer, and she wanted to come today to just congratulate you all and thank you for, again, picking Metro and the important role you have. So thank you so much for letting me be with you today. Congratulations. Look forward to seeing you out there. And next up, Dr. Tracy Lowe.
Okay, that was already everybody important talking, so I'm going to keep this really short. Hi to all the cuties. I just wanted to come here today to say thank you in advance because maybe me and my kids are going to be on your bus in just a minute, and I really appreciate what you do every day. Operating a bus is a real job that is super challenging. Nobody sees me doing it. It is too hard. That is why I am riding on it. If I thought I could drive myself everywhere, I might try to do that, but it is too hard. So I really, really appreciate the way that you help me and my family get where we need to go every day. That feeling when it is super cold outside and I'm waiting for the bus with wet hair and it pulls up and I get to get on is a very, very special feeling. And I will always remain grateful for it, not just during the holidays and the cold and dark time of year, but the way that WMATA and the bus is there for our region every single day, it means the world. And thank you so much.
So now comes the Metro Pledge given by Ms. Portie White.
Good morning. Speaking of energy, I appreciate it. Graduates, please stand. Graduates, are we ready? As a transit professional, I promise to perform my duties with integrity, character, and as a good steward of the public trust. I will never, ever, ever compromise my own safety or the safety of my coworkers or my public. I will always, and I mean always, have the courage to uphold myself and hold others accountable for our actions. I will always serve this agency and the national, capital, region, done. Graduates, please be seated. I would like to bring to the podium instructor Jacqueline Carter. Give Ms. Carter a hand. Ms. Carter will present the certificates for the graduating line platform instructors.
Whichever order y'all want to do it, it's fine.
They're right behind us, and we'll pass them from the right. Let me get Leroy. Yes. I think we got it.
Good morning, everybody. Our first candidate is Glenn Bookhart. Line platform instructor Dwayne Graham. Line platform instructor Leticia Hardaway. Line platform instructor Rashida Hicks. Line platform instructor Devon Howard. Line platform instructor Ricardo Jackson. Line platform instructor Derek Mallard. Line Platform Instructor Jeffrey Martin. And Line Platform Instructor Dwayne Pinkard. Congratulations to our newest Line Platform Instructor.
Line Platform Instructors, please be seated. Thank you, Ms. Carter. Ladies and gentlemen, we will now graduate members of class 2310, 2401, and 2402. Graduates from row 1, would you please stand? From class 2310, operator Gloria Johnson. Class 2401, operator Esau Ali. Operator Clifford Anyik. Operator Kim Avery. Operator Durand Bolden. Operator Dewey Green. And operator Tamika Leach. Row 1, would you please be seated? Row 2, please stand. Operator Josh Malone. Operator Miskana Mengstu. Operator Donnell Richardson. Operator Kiana Taylor Thompson. Operator Tiara Thomas. Operator Francis Wells. Operator Nabi Bangura. And operator Yanis Belgidi. Row 2, please be seated. Row 3, please stand. Operator Kelvin Brown. Operator Rashida Dobbs. Operator Melvin Elliott. Operator Dewan Epps. Operator Nakia Hawkins. Operator O'Neill Henry. And operator DeWitt Kumsa. Row 3, would you please be seated? Row 4, please stand. Operator Desabalu Mengasiti. Operator Tariq Mickle. Operator Denise Porter. Operator Katie Richards Bay. Operator Ronald Robinson. Operator Tina Starr. Operator Rhonda Thomas King. And Operator Corey Wendley. Row 4, you may be seated. Mr. Jones, I was just thinking maybe we could, if we could hold those photos, if maybe in 20 years we would graduate the children who were here. This is why we do graduation, and I really appreciate it. I'm really trying to hold back these tears, but I really appreciate all of you. I really do. Thank you.
Well, I know for those who have been at graduation before, this is going to be one of the most memorable ones. So we're almost getting to the end of this particular program, but I just want to acknowledge the training staff that reports to me, because without them, none of this would have been possible. And I tell them every day, I appreciate the value that you add to the people in our organization who add value to our community. So I just want to thank them. And I want to thank Ms. Carter and all the other instructors who helped with the LPI, because in the last 2 months we graduated 37 LPIs. So I just wanted to say that. So as we close out, the new operators, new bus operators now, because you're no longer a bus operator candidate, when you started, I came and had a conversation with you, and I said there's 4 things that you needed to do to be successful here at WMATA. Anybody remember me saying that? Well, let me tell you, for those people who were not there, the 4 things I said is the first thing, you have to come to work. Because if you don't show up to work, how can you perform the job? And if you don't perform the job, then we'll get somebody else to perform the job for you. So I'm glad that you've come to work. The next thing is to come to work on time, because if you're not on time, that means we're not running the schedules that we need to, and somebody else is going to fill in for you. Remember we said that, right? Third thing, I said, do whatever they ask you to do to the best of your ability, as long as it's not illegal, immoral, and unethical, because that means that it's a part of your job that you're contributing to what we're doing as an organization. And the 4th thing, which is important but not at the top of my list, don't crash buses. Because all the things that we do when we do mess up some of our assets, that goes into the money that we have to spend out. And not only that, the first thing we want to do is make sure that you're safe. The second thing, our customers are safe. The third thing is our assets. So we want to continue to keep on contributing. Now, for the LPIs and for the new new bus operators, there's 3 things that I didn't share with you. But I shared this with my staff some time ago, and I think these are important things that I think everybody here will benefit from. There are 3 things that you need to do to make sure that you maintain your success. The first thing is to pay attention. And what do I mean by that? Pay attention to what is relevant to the job that you are to perform. You know, a lot of times we pay attention to stuff that have nothing to do with us. And it causes problems, it causes adverse impact to things and stuff of that nature. However, if we pay attention to the things that are relevant to us, then we will make sure that the job that we are paid to perform and that we're asked to perform and we volunteered to come here to work to perform will get done well. The next thing is inhibition, which means don't do anything that distracts from performing the job that you have to do. Avoid the irrelevant and the destructive things. And some of those could be the conversations that people have, the naysayers. It could be people who try to get the negative stuff out of you. You have to put that stuff aside. If you allow that stuff to drive you, you're leaders from where you are, whether you know this or not. Because when you get on that bus, you're leading that bus. Everybody who's on there is following how you influence them. Leadership is nothing more than influence, nothing more, nothing less. And you have the opportunity to influence people to be good riders, to be good in our communities based on how you treat them. So just remember that. Don't allow things to distract you and take you off the path that you're on. Last but not least, maintain a working memory. What does that mean? You know your SOPs, your rules and regulations, policies, and all those other things, rules of the road and all those things. Those are the things that we have to remember. A lot of times, if you ever had somebody say, well, I get out here on the street, I forgot what that SOP was. I forgot what that rule was. That's where all the problems come from. But if you keep a working memory and you live those particular things, you definitely will make sure that you stay on the right path to your career. Remember, if you do those particular things, this career is whatever you choose to make it to be. I've had 6 or 7 different positions in this authority. But here's one thing that I know that all of y'all can do that I will never be able to do, and that is to safely operate a bus. And I appreciate that because that's something I'm unable to do, but you have the talent and the skills to do it. So I want to make sure that you continue to do those particular things. So that's all I had to say at this particular point. And so before we conclude this, what I'd like to have is all the graduates come up front so we can take a group picture with all the people up here. I'm going to move this podium back. And then once we finish the picture taking, we'll be dismissed from graduation to have lunch. But I ask everyone, please, please, please allow the graduates to eat first. And as leaders, we all know leaders eat last. So our people eat first. But again, I just want to thank the training staff because we wouldn't be here without them. So let's take pictures. John's going to tell us what to do. He knows how to do this.